Hello Duckos and welcome to Chore Chart April. My sole reason for doing this series is because I'm sick and tired of the disorder in my house, my kids being late for school practically every day, and the general unscheduledness of my life. My kids just do much better with a set schedule, and frankly, so do I. Of course, I couldn't just do boring old checklists. I wanted to do something that could function as wall art as well. I finally, in a stroke of brilliance, came up with this banana split incentive chart. It's sort of the central culmination of all the different charts I'll be doing for the rest of the month. I will be posting the entire system on the artdeco.com website if you want to take a peek at it and adapt it to your own family's needs. The first thing we're going to do is to make our actual banana. I used two different colors of yellow for the banana so I could make it stripy. Now the Duck brand only comes in dark yellow, so I used Sure Tape for the fluorescent. I found that it is just as good in looks, quality, and smell as the Duck brand. Of course, you also need to decide how long you're going to make the banana. Since I decided that I wanted my husband and I to have a slot, and we have 5 kids, I made 7 sections on mine. You could also do 7 sections if you were interested in doing days of the week. Just for reference, I cut my middle sections at 6.5 inches long, overlapped them by 1 inch, for a total of 5.5 inches finished size per section. Now that you have the middle of the banana done, it's time to add the curvy part at the beginning and at the end. For my chart, I needed to pull 3 11-inch strips. Since this is the beginning of the banana and I decided to number my sections, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the number 1. Cover the back with the darker yellow so it'll show up, and then lay it down next to the middle of your banana. Line the middle of your banana up exactly along the bottom, trace your template, and cut it out. I wish I had used a different color other than yellow to show you the template, but those will be available on the website at artdeco.com. So now for my dish underneath, I decided to use chrome with a gray and clear overlay that I found at the craft store. I love this look because it sort of ends up looking like embossed silver when it's done. To make it look like a dish, I just took a regular piece of paper, folded it in half, and then notched out the bottom. I traced around the notch part, and then just above the notch, I made a straight line all the way out on both sides. I kind of curved the end with my marker and then cut it out with my X-Acto knife. See how nice that embossing comes out? I just love it. Okay, we're almost done. We just need to cover the background and make our ice cream scoops and it will be ready to use. For my background, I used an oil drip pan that I found at good old Walmart for about 16 bucks. Plus it was made in the USA, so super bonus points for me. It's about 24 inches by 46 inches, so plenty big for my 7-slot banana. You could also use a piece of sheet metal from the hardware store if you wanted a different size, and I'll be covering that a little bit on the artdeco.com website. Now comes the fun part, where we get to try and center the dish and the banana on our background without sticking the tape to itself, wrinkling it up, or completely ruining the whole thing. I will neither admit nor deny that it took me more than one try to get this right, but I didn't have to repull any tape, which seems like a good thing. Alright, time to make some ice cream scoops and a cherry for on top. For the ice cream, you just need to pull the color you want your ice cream to be, flip it over, and stick a super strong magnet in the middle. These can get expensive if you buy them 4 at a time from the store, so I suggest going to K&J Magnetics online and ordering from there in bulk. I'll put up a link on the artdeco.com website. The cherries are easy enough that I didn't think I needed to show you how to make them in a video. Just stick a 1-inch fender washer on a piece of tape, fold it over, and cut around it. I bought a big box of them at the Home Depot because I'm using them as tokens, not just as cherries. All that's left is to write the tasks on the back of the scoops with a wet erase marker, add your scraps to your deco ball, and you are done. This is what the chore chart looks like at the beginning of the day before any of the chores have been completed. As each task is done, the ice cream is flipped over to show the colorful side. When all the scoops are showing, remove the cherry from the dish below and add it on the top. At the end of the day, if they made it to the top, the cherry gets added to each kid's reward bank, and a new cherry is replaced on the dish for the next day. I don't tape magnets to the inside of each token. That would get really expensive. I just stick a magnet on the board and stick the cherry on top of that, using the same one every day.
This is what it looks like at the end of the day when everybody does what they're supposed to do. I'm sure this is what it will look like every single day at my house. Thanks for watching, Duckos, and I'll have more information on the incentive charts I feature this month at artdeco.com.